Kansas City and Denver in the division and their offenses. Is New Orleans going to give you the best test that you're going to see this preseason?
Well, I mean, obviously I hadn't gotten a chance to see a lot of the divisional opponents, as far as what they're offering offensively. But I do know that the New Orleans Saints is a prolific offense. They move the ball up and down the field. They score a lot of points. So it'll be a great challenge for our defense to see, where we're at when we go down to the Superdome and get a chance to play those guys.
Is it tough for Wilson to let's get on track? He's not getting a lot of snaps, and I imagine he'll probably not play much on Friday.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about the game, the rotation and how we're going to play those guys probably tonight. We'll get into that as the coaching staff, but I think Tyler, part of his learning process is going to have to be sitting back and watching some, and that's where you're at when you're where he's at on the depth chart. I think him and Matt both are getting. Matt's probably getting a little bit more, from a rep standpoint, but we're trying to split those third-team reps up, as close as we can based on the number of plays we go with the threes.
Which better position are you guys in depth-wise with an offensive line, having guys like Alex and Andre?
Well, I think those two guys help us and provide a little bit more depth, and those are guys that, we didn't anticipate when we started training camp, and I think those guys have come on and given us a little bit more depth at that position. Obviously we're still waiting on Menelik Watson, and I think once we get him back out here, then I think I think we're going to have some depth on the O-line.
You updated on Bryce Ellis, you're still
No, we're holding him. I want to make sure that he's ready to go. It's a long, 16 games is a long season, and he's a veteran player, an older player. I want to make sure he's ready to go.
Week 1 to week 2 in the preseason, where areas do you want to see the most improvement in?
Well, I think first of all, I want to protect the football better. I want to make better decisions, and I want to make sure we're not turning the football over. Defensively, I want to make sure we're getting a little bit more pressure on the quarterback. So those are some things that we want to try to work on. And obviously, playing New Orleans' offense, they don't give up a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So it'll be a big challenge for us.
How did Gerard do Friday, and how's he doing so far guard this week in practice?
I think he's done fairly well. And it was a position that we hadn't worked him a whole lot at early in training camp, and so getting an opportunity to work him there, and when you look at it, guys are going to have to play more than one position, and so I think having a guy like him that can play guard for you, that can play center for you, I think that's a huge upside.
Latavius, in terms of getting him back out, do you expect him out this week? Or
to be honest with you, I really don't know. I hope, but I really don't know when he'll be back.
Watson, is he close, you think? Or,
he's in the same boat. I really don't know.
Anything more for Coach, guys? Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.